There's a reason they called it the Wild West.
This is open range. You put up more fence, we'll keep cutting it down.
Those cutters broke the law. I'm working on it.
No, you're working for the enemy.
If they want a war,
The law will sort them out.
then dang it, we'll give them a war.
I was just a young man when I first headed west. In the years that followed, I became a cowboy, a gunslinger, and even served as sheriff of Dodge City, one of the most lawless towns in the country. My name is Bat Masterson. Now I'm a reporter, and I've come west again to chronicle the world that I know best, the American West. Lure of gold, land, destiny flooded the frontier with men both good and bad. These are the incredible true tales of the Wild West. The promise of the West was the open range. Land enough for any man to make a living raising cattle. That all changed with the coming of the big ranchers and the invention of the devil's rope, what we call barbed wire.
This way, sir. You are expected.
Bat Masterson. My very own parlor. Now this is a treat.
Mabel Day.
Mabel-y now, but close enough. Sit, stay a while.
What a beautiful home you've got.
Thank you.
Now, as I mentioned in my letter, I'm interested in the fence cutting wars. You figured prominently.
Oh, I was up to my eyeballs in it, but not by choice, I can assure you.
Am I right that you own the first fenced-in ranch in the state of Texas?
85,000 acres. Well, 75 under fence when the wars broke out, but who's counting?
It's quite a spread. It was your husband's land, correct?
William. A fine man. And a good husband, but a lousy horseman. He fell off his saddle in the middle of a stampede and left me with a 6-month-old baby and a whole mess of debt. But I rose to the challenge, Mr. Masterson, and I was doing just fine until those cutters came.
Hey. Come here, hold the wire, hold it tight.
I got it. You just hurry up.
Evening, boys. What brings you out here today?
I can ask you the same thing, lady.
Well, I believe the one pointing the gun gets asked all the questions. Now, may I offer a word of advice? If I catch you on my land again, I won't be shooting over your heads.
This is open range. You put up more fence, we'll keep cutting it down.
Not without those cutters, you won't. Now drop them. I said drop them. Now get.
Are these the same ones?
Yep.
You didn't think much of the Free Rangers, did you, Mabel?
Now, call them what you like. They were no more than a pack of criminals.
Even if they called themselves small farmers trying to eke out a living? When the big ranches started putting up wire, that was the end of the open range. End of the West, some say.
Borders, Mr. Masterson, are the foundation of civilization. They bring order, they bring peace, but only if they are maintained.
Is that when the Texas Rangers showed up?
The governor finally decided to do his job and sent a ranger to meet with us. But not just any ranger, mind you.
Ira Aten.
I don't know why you didn't shoot him twice, Mabel.
Yeah, that's right.
Them other colors might think twice seeing their friends getting picked over by buzzards.
Yeah.
Hey! Listen here. I'm the only man in this room with a badge. Those cutters broke the law. The law will sort them out.
The law has done diddly so far.
Excuse me, miss?
Mabel Day. Sergeant, I personally lobbied to get that bill passed through the State House, and I thought making fence cutting a felony would stop them. But it hasn't. Not one bit.
Well, I never met a criminal who thought he'd get caught.
And what exactly do you Rangers intend to do about it?
We don't need all-out war. We just need to cut the head off the snake. Find the ringleader. I have an idea who that might be. Come on, get low, get low.
He's fine. He's gonna get it.
I think we may have found who we're looking for. That there's Bill Harris. He owns a couple dozen acres west of here. I had a hunch he might be in the middle of this.
Didn't think there'd be so many of them, Ira. Maybe we should bring back a few more men in case this gets ugly.
No, there's a couple of ranch hands. They won't be too much trouble. Texas Rangers! Nobody move, you're under arrest.
What was that about not giving us much trouble?
All right, Jim. Head that way. You can go flank him around this side. Yeah, cover him. I'll cover you.
We have you boys surrounded! And another dozen Rangers right behind us!
They ain't nearly as nice as we are.
Let's get to the horse, boys. Let's go.
So, arresting them didn't go exactly as planned.
If I know Ira, he had another trick up his sleeve.
Well, he figured that if he couldn't take Bill Harris head on, he'd have to find another way.
Bill Harris. I remember that name.
That man was lower than a snake's belly in a wagon rut. You know, I thought Ira was crazy to do what he did next.
Problem, mister?
Well, yeah. My horse stepped in a gopher hole a few miles back. Broke his leg. Had to put him down. Looks like I'm walking to El Paso. Say, that's your ranch over yonder?
Yep.
You wouldn't happen to need an extra set of hands, would you? I work hard, I work cheap.
What's your name, mister?
Isaac. Isaac Houston. No relation to Sam.
I can maybe put you to work for a couple of weeks.
Oh, I sure would appreciate that, mister.
Harris. Bill Harris.
I'll follow you guys.
Gentlemen, we got a decision to make here. Are we gonna lay down and let the likes of Mabel Day and her rich rancher friends fence off this whole state? As long as they keep putting them up, we're gonna keep cutting them down. Ain't that right, boys? And if that means people start getting hurt or getting dead, well, so be it. That land don't all belong to them. They're cutting us off from pasture and water that belongs to everyone. Are we supposed to stand by and watch as our cattle die of thirst and starvation because they're too greedy to share the range? We ain't backing down from them, nor from no Texas Rangers neither.
No, that's right.
Can't do that.
If they want a war, then dang it, we'll give them a war.
Let's go!
Hello yourself, Miss Day.
You have been here for weeks, Sergeant. And what have you got to show for it? They're only growing bolder.
I'm working on it.
No, you're working for the enemy.
You gotta learn to trust me. I have a plan.
Do you know what this endless fence repair is costing me? You know, I work just as hard as them to make ends meet. All the while you're sitting here playing with trinkets.
Whoa, whoa, no. Miss Day, do not move.
Why
Do
not?
not move. This is not lit, but if you drop it, it wouldn't matter.
Well, what is it?
It's a bomb. A dynamite bomb. Now, I can run a tripwire the length of your fence. And if they cut it, I underestimated these boys. Bill Harris is ready to die for this cause, and so are the rest of them. Bullets ain't gonna do anything. We need to put the fear of God in them. Is that good enough for you, Miss Day? Okay. I'm gonna need a little space while I work.
Howdy, Isaac. Something I want to talk to you about.
Yeah, what's on your mind, Mr. Harris?
Told you, Isaac. Call me Bill. I like what I've seen of your work. I'd like you to stay on, if you care to.
Oh, thank you, Bill.
Oh, one more thing. Get your new horse. You earned him.
Oh, that's much too generous, Bill.
We take care of our own.
Hey, Bill. That speech you gave a few weeks back wasn't your first, was it?
No. Likely won't be the last either.
Yeah, I was wondering how you got to be so
Angry? Well, weren't too long ago, I made a good living. Raising cattle. Then these fences started going up. My steer couldn't get to grazing land or water.
And what happened to your herd?
Lost most of it. Some died, tangled up in the barbed wire. The rest nearly starved to death. I had to shoot them, one by one. Put them out of their misery. That's when I started thinking, this just ain't right. So I went out and started cutting down those fences.
To save your cattle.
We tamed this land, Isaac. We did it. With our blood, with our sweat. It's them or us. You understand?
Just to play devil's advocate a moment. Don't you think those cutters had good reason to be angry? Wasn't it only fair their herds got to water too?
Was it fair that I was widowed with an infant child up to my neck in debt and expected to run this place by myself? You know, if life ever gets fair, Let me know what that feels like.
I remember hearing about Ira's bombs. A lot of folks felt he crossed the line.
We're done being pushed around, you hear me?
That's right.
There's 5 of us. We're heading out there tonight. Gonna finish cutting that length along the northwest border of the Day Ranch. We'll ride there after dark. Got those cutters?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go get him. I'm gonna go get him right now.
All right, Jake.
Bill, where's your boy Isaac? Bill!
I told you boys he'd show up.
Bill, don't! Bill, I'm begging you, don't do it.
What's wrong with you, Isaac?
That fence is wired
What you mean wired?
with explosives. Heard a couple guys in town talking about it. They said this thing's wired with dynamite that go off if any of this stretch of fence gets cut. Bill, you cut that fence, you and your men will die tonight.
So you're telling me they bury bombs underneath these fences?
You don't really believe that, do you, Bill? That's crazy. Give me them things, I'll cut it.
Bud, I'm warning you.
Whatever, Isaac.
Bill, you better stop him. Bill, he cuts that fence, he's a dead man. Bill, I'm telling you the truth!
I guess she wasn't bluffing, Isaac. Or whoever you are.
I'm a ranger, Bill. Name's Ira Aten.
What do you know? The great Ira Aten. And here I thought you was loyal to our cause. What were you planning? Arrest me and my boys, Ira?
That was the plan. Yeah.
I don't think we like that plan. Do we, boys? What now?
Bill, shooting me ain't gonna solve anything. They've already got dozens of these all over the county. They're putting dozens up every day all across the state.
Put them guns down, boys. If I were you, Ranger, I'd ride on out of here before we change our mind.
You're a good man, Bill.
Sergeant, I thought I might find you here. So, you're leaving us.
Afraid so. Gotta report back to the governor.
And what do you plan to say?
There's no end in sight. I came here to enforce the law, and I failed.
You mean you haven't heard?
Heard what?
Well, it seems your little plan sufficiently spooked Bill Harris. He asked for a sit-down.
Well, I'll be. What did you say?
Oh, I had a great deal to say when I met with him.
So what happened?
We cut a deal. Thank you, Ira.
It was my pleasure. All right. Get up out of here.
Mabel Day Lee worked to pay off her debt and expand her ranch. She was inducted into the Texas Women's Hall of Fame. After retiring from the Texas Rangers, Ira Aten oversaw the 600,000-acre XIT ranch. Must have taken a lot sitting down with Bill Harris.
It was time for someone to swallow her pride. Now, being pragmatic is a good trait in a rancher.
What was the compromise?
Gates.
Gates.
Yep, the gates allowed them to bring cattle to an open range and good water. Now, in the end, it was a small price to pay for peace.
And a far sight better than getting blown up.
The sergeant was convinced that he'd failed, but by planting those bombs, he drove the cutter straight to the bargaining table.
Never underestimate a Texas Ranger.